Hello, hello. Nosraida, as we say in Wales. Hello to you, wherever you are in the world today. Watching this, one of the fantastic things about the channel, which I love, is that I get comments, wonderful comments from many of you from all over the world. South America, Europe, of course, the US and Canada, just fantastic. Even China, I think Japan. I mean, everywhere. I think the only place I don't think we've had any, I've had any contact from, possibly Australia, around that part of the globe. But anyway, wherever you are, I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying life as much as you can. I don't know about where you are, but here in the UK, the 2 years now, it'll be 2 years this month, yes, it's 2 years here in the UK since the first lockdown of the horrible COVID pandemic, which of course has been a disaster for many of us, and too many families have suffered because of it. I've been very lucky; my family hasn't, apart from us being shut in for 2 years. But hopefully here the worst seems to be past and only in our memories now. So cross fingers for that one. So I hope it's the same wherever you are at the moment. I bring that up because one of the main reasons I started this channel was because I was stuck indoors, self-isolating. And I was just bored out of my mind. I thought, what can I do? I'd like to do something constructive, something important. And I believe totally in the power of, I suppose, for want of a better term, the arts, and particularly music, as a medicine. Medicine for the mind. And therefore medicine for the body, because of course if you're not well in your mind, you're not going to be well physically, and I think many of us were starting to not be as well in the mind as we perhaps were, hopefully, before it all started. So that's why we're here, that's why I'm here, perhaps why you're here as well. Music is a medicine. I think we all probably know that. It certainly has been for my lifetime. So yes. Anyway, to move on to the actual the meat of today's musical dinner. Terrible metaphor. I don't know what that popped into my head. I know a few of you have been asking for a while for me to cover, in relation to our previous videos on influences for Pavarotti. I think he's already spoken about, I've had clips of him speaking about his influences from Beniamino Gigli and then Franco Corelli. But as some of you, of course, have pointed out, also one of his influences when he was a younger man was the film star tenor, Mario Lanza. If you don't know much about Mario Lanza, he was very, very successful tenor around Second World War time, after the war, into the early 50s, probably his height of his international fame. But unlike a lot of opera singers, a lot of his fame came from the fact that he made the transition into Hollywood films, big Hollywood films at the time. So he was very, very, very famous, still is obviously very well known. So today we're going to have a bit of a clip from his appearance at the London Palladium, I think 1957, I think the clip's from. His singing E Luce Valle Stelle. I'm sorry, my Italian speaking friends. I'm English, I do my best. of course, from Tosca, the final act. So we're going to watch that. As you might see behind me, the setup's a little bit different. I'm in my living room at the moment, so there's better lighting. So for good or bad, you can see my my ugly mug a bit better. So I don't know what's happening with my hair. I think it's just I've just realised with the light and looking on camera that I'm going a bit going a little bit thin on top. But I suppose that's to be expected at my age, which is advancing quickly. Right, so let's find this clip. So yeah, Mario Lanza singing Tosca. Let's go back into my history so I can find it. All on the hoof, none of it's planned. Where are we? History. I did have this all set up, so it's a bit quicker than this. Right. 1957, night at the London Palladium. Sunday night at the London Palladium. So here we go.
Now an aria from the opera Tosca, E lucevano le stelle.
Stride all'uscio dell'orto a un passo spirava l'arena entrava la fragrante fra le braccia
So there we are. Of course, that's the aria in the final act that Cavaradossi sings just before he's ultimately shot by a firing squad. But I think if you want to know exactly what's going on, I think I explained that in the was it my previous video, the one before where Franco Corelli's singing the aria as well. So that was very good, wasn't it? The voice, it's always a bit difficult, isn't it, with old recordings, with a sort of mono soundtrack now, watching it on your phone and things. But yeah, not a huge voice, not a sort of massive voice like a Pavarotti, I suppose, at his best. But really trying to emote, which of course is what you should do. These are singers, but they're also artists. They're performers. They're artists as well. They're interpreting, as a pianist would or a violinist. They're interpreting the text, and they're putting their own, emotions and thoughts and feelings into their performance. So yeah, really good, nice, natural voice for me. Obviously very trained, but also quite natural as well. Um, so yeah, wonderful, and really enjoyed that. But you can see why he was. And of course, he has a lot of obviously personal presence and everything. So why don't we have? Why don't we have famous Hollywood stars that are opera singers now these days? Maybe a good question, maybe not. I don't know. But no, don't get me started on don't get me started on what I call mainstream modern music. I'm not a big fan. Again, that could be my age. Just that could be me getting older, and the typical thing of older people just not liking or not valuing what perhaps their younger family members and younger generation seem to like. I think is wonderful. But anyway, Mario Lanza. If you've been waiting, I'm sorry you've had to wait so long for me to get around to that, to Mario. But I enjoyed that, and that was great, wasn't it? So please, again, I always forget to ask, please, if you can, if you'd like to, I'm not going to tell anyone to, but if you'd like to, please do subscribe and click the little notification bell. It helps. Again, I don't make any money off of this at all. None of this is monetized, because it's something I believe in doing. If I ever feel the need to do that, I'd rather not. But if I ever do feel the need to do that, obviously, I'll let you all know, to see if anybody would like to contribute towards the channel and help. I mean, I can't see why I'd need contributions. Well, the only problem I have is this thing is packing up and playing up now, so sometimes it cuts off completely. So there's a chance it might cut off in the middle of me recording. But aside from that, if you're happy with the quality of this, I'm happy, more or less. It's not HD, but there's a phone. So that's my cue. See you next time. Take care. Ciao for now.